Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good morning to all. A special salute from the Breakfast Show this morning to firefighters and volunteers who have been working for many, many hours now, doing the very, very best they can to subdue the fire that started at Pressey Park yesterday. Makes you just thankful that you have people like that we have here in the area that get together, work as a team, all the different fire departments that were called in almost immediately as this fire was bound to spread as quickly as it did with the winds that we had yesterday and the warm weather. We kind of been dodging a bullet, but it finally caught up with us here in central Nebraska, and there's other fires that were ignited yesterday across the state as well. I think they closed Highway 2 out west yesterday due to some fires up Whitman area and through there. But here at home, some of the communications, some of the photos that we've been seeing are jaw-dropping. And for all those of you out there who know, and I think most of you do, the country between Pressey Park and the Rhino area is very rough. Very, very rough. A lot of canyons, a lot of trees. Some of the rougher country in the county that fire was traveling through yesterday. And I did see where the Rhino School, not far from here up on the Rhino Road, the old Rhino School, uninhabited, hadn't been used for many, many years, caught fire and destroyed it. That's the only structure that I'm aware of and that we have seen here this morning. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that that is the only structure that wasn't saved, because all the structures out there in the path of that fire yesterday, Brent, were saved by volunteers. So
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you just can't say enough about the wonderful men and women that we have in this area that volunteer their time to fight a situation such as this.
I want to thank Kristen and Jeremy Shipe and you for providing coverage yesterday here at KCNI, KBBN. And one of the things that we hesitate to do anymore, I think I'm safe in saying this, is we used to hop in the car, and we still do in certain cases on certain types of fires, but we have not been doing on-the-spot reporting for a while now, simply because we don't want to be part of the problem out there. And I believe there were some issues yesterday. I saw that was posted that some of the people that went out to watch the fire were causing some log jams out there, and we certainly don't want to be a part of that and get in the way. They're going to be moving fast, and I was listening to the radio yesterday when I was here, and just about that time the fire jumped the river, and then you knew when it jumped the river yesterday that the task was ahead, because that wind was just so strong. So
yeah,
and we'll get more information. I think you have some information released from emergency management. And I'm opening up the phone lines this morning too, Brent, because we don't have a lot of things other than normally be fooling around about right now.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that today. But if you're listening and you would like to let us know where you're located and what happened in your neck of the woods with the fire yesterday, the number is 872-2801. I'll try to watch the phone. And I did receive a picture last night from Stephanie Evans, who was a mile west of the Jenkins Ranch, and I'm not sure which place, because the Jenkins Ranch has a original location and then the new structure there of the Jenkins family. Either way, a mile west, and showed me a picture that was just jaw-dropping again. And so that was photographed from a mile west of the Jenkins Ranch. And our own Tina Hurt lives out in that area. We'd like to hear from Tina this morning.
Yeah.
And find out, because they're tucked back in that same area. Also have some relatives that live down in the canyon down there, and last I heard they had evacuated, but again, these firefighters are saving the day, so we'll continue to hope we hear good stories like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We did receive a press release from Mark Rempe, Custer County Emergency Manager. Looks like this was sent to us in the 6 o'clock hour this morning, so I'm just going to take time to read it to you this morning. At approximately 2:07 yesterday, a 911 call reported a grass fire at Pressy Park located within the Oconto Volunteer Fire Department Fire District. The Oconto Volunteer Fire Department was first on scene and, due to fire conditions, quickly requested mutual aid from all fire departments across Custer County. As the incident expanded, assistance was provided by multiple fire departments from across Nebraska, along with the Custer County Sheriff's Office, Custer County Emergency Management, Custer County Communications, Custer County Highway Department, Aero Aviation, Custer Public Power, Nebraska State Patrol, Nebraska Game and Parks, Nebraska Brand Committee, the Nebraska State Fire Marshal's Office, and the Nebraska IMAT team. Dry conditions and strong winds caused the fire to spread rapidly to the north and northwest. Rough terrain, as Dave was talking about, made access and suppression efforts challenging, and the fire ultimately split into two separate head fires, with the secondary head fire moving farther north. At its peak, the fire traveled approximately 12 miles north and reached an estimated width of 3 miles, burning roughly 6,000 acres. At this time, the fire is being actively monitored. Suppression operations are scheduled to resume, or have resumed at 7 a.m. today. Multiple teams of firefighters will continue working throughout the day in coordination with National Guard air assets and hand crews. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The Oconto Volunteer Fire Department would like to extend sincere thanks to all fire departments, agencies, businesses, and individuals who have assisted and continue to assist with firefighting operations, as well as those who have supported firefighters and landowners during this incident. Additional information will be released as it becomes available.
All right, thank you, Mark Rempe, for that. That really helps to get that piece of information that we can use, and we'll get that posted up as well.
It's posted now.
It's posted now.
Yep.
Thank you, Brent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to kind of follow that same line of events, and Jeremy is really good about doing this when he follows something like this and he's covering the story. He doesn't post news stories. He actually progresses through it and
it kind of gives you the timeline.
Adds to
yeah.
it. And so if you kind of want to start from the beginning and go through what he was able to accumulate yesterday, the story is posted on Sandhills Express, and it takes you right through the chain of events. And of course, we don't know, none of us know who weren't there exactly what's going on, but that's a very good description of splitting in two, the guys and gals 3 miles wide, that's 6,000 acres. I really feel like, I don't know how you folks out there feel, but when they said 1,000 acres early yesterday, to end up with 6,000, estimated 6,000 acres is actually pretty good with the wind and everything, the way it was blowing. So, again, that is very rough country. A lot of residences out there in that path of the fire. If you've ever went to Pressy and then taken the road that brings you through the Rhino Road from the highway coming to the north, there's a lot of residences through there, and there's a lot of trees and a lot of rough country. So I can't imagine. And, you know, one of the things maybe we don't talk about enough, Brent, is when these firefighters are out there, they're dealing with, I think maybe it was mentioned when Jeremy brought it up once, yesterday was hot. The firefighters sometimes are fighting fire when it's cold and windy, and in Nebraska you can have a fire when there's snow in the air. So it's just crazy, and the amount of smoke and different things that they endure. I know they have equipment, but a lot of those smaller rigs, the guys are out on the back of them, running the hoses, and it's always dangerous on that terrain. A lot of times when you hear about firefighters being injured in a grass fire or canyon fire, it's when they get on a slope and lose traction and end up rolling over and that sort of thing. Fortunately, we haven't heard of anything like that to this point. They did have a breakfast this morning out at the Custer County Fairgrounds for the firefighters and volunteers. I believe that was at 6 o'clock this morning. And when I came out here this morning, I noticed some rigs going back out. As you said, they resumed at 7 o'clock this morning. And there's a lot of volunteers who have been involved in these breakfasts and lunches for firefighters in recent months here in Nebraska. So thank you for that as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Law officials, they have to work with the departments and try to keep people from going out and messing things up. And it's a full team effort.
Yeah, for sure. Well, in the release that Mark gave, there's an entire full paragraph of different agencies and people who have aided in this effort. So, yeah, to your point, it is a team effort for sure.
We've got some information that I don't know. Jeremy, in his spare time yesterday, must have put this together.
Is it rain? The rain totals and stuff? Yeah, he was looking at that last evening, and we were kind of both looking at it together. So I'm glad he typed it all up because, man, there's some numbers that, especially the amount of precipitation that we've received up to this point for the year. I knew we didn't have much, but some of these numbers are, I don't know, kind of hit you, yep. I think.
I do too. We'll dive into those. We might wait and see when Jeremy comes in, since he went to the effort to put this together, and go through that with us. But we can highlight, and I don't know that this is a secret, certainly not, that last June, actually May of 2025, in June, and even July, we got some rain, a little bit in August as well. But the last time we got really any significant rain was September of 2025. And then October through now, not much of anything really. And we know that. I don't know that any of us remember such an open winter and a warm winter. We had temperatures in February that were spring and summer-like.
Well, I still say this because it's amazing to me. We covered a severe thunderstorm warning in February.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Let's see. I'm trying to. Looks like we've got something posted here. I'll go ahead and read it from Hot Meals USA. Hot Meals USA and volunteers will be serving firefighters and victims of the Pressy Fire near Ocano starting today. They'll be serving at the Custer County Fairgrounds. I think this is what Dave was talking about in Broken Bow. Keep serving as long as needed, so keep checking for updates on the sign-up. If you would like to help by donating to help cover cost, you can donate to their website or send a check to Hot Meals USA, 714 4th Avenue, Suite A, Kearney, Nebraska, 68845. And it asks us to please spread the word to help feed these firefighters and fire victims. So thank you, Hot Meals USA.
Very good. Thank you. And also below that on the chat box, Sandhills Express, there's a link there that will give you the full update that we talked about that Jeremy was working on yesterday and last night. That will take you right to the story. Again, that's in progress. It starts with the first information that we got in the 2 o'clock hour, and Jeremy takes you all the way through the information he had late evening. So that's kind of gives you an overview. I want to do a little bit of, I want to be careful about this because Facebook is such a great tool for people to communicate back and forth and even post pictures and update and so forth. But I do want to kind of just give you an example. I told you that I saw where the Rhino School, the old Rhino School up on Rhino Road, about halfway across the table, caught on fire as that fire passed through, and that building has been dilapidated for a long time. It's a lot of people who are from this area went to school there, but it's been deteriorating for some time. So I did see a picture of that and some other communication around that, and then there was a post, "I'm sorry you lost your home," and kind of be aware that there's some confusion sometimes with posts. If you have somebody that's out there from a long ways away and they see that, there's really nothing wrong these days with if you have a relative's phone number, cell number, picking it up and giving them a call to make sure you're clear on what's going on there, because sometimes posts are misinterpreted and you're sometimes feeling terribly bad when you don't need to, or maybe you need to be more concerned than you are because of some of the information you get. So I'm not knocking Facebook. It's a great tool, but just remember, sometimes when conversations go back and forth, they get a little muddled.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I think so, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. It is 7:47. We're going to kind of get back to our routine here for a bit and bring you the school lunch menus. As far as we know, all the schools listed today are having school and having lunch at Sandhill School. Today, on this Thursday, April 23rd, they're having mac and cheese.
All right, Callaway School today, tater tot casserole on the menu today at Callaway.
Anselmo Myrna today, they're featuring French toast stick with eggs, grilled chicken sandwiches, Uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Thetford School today, ranch parmesan chicken breast is on the menu today at Thetford.
Arcadia Schools featuring beef and noodles today.
All right, Cozad today, some of their choices, pepperoni pizza pinwheel with roasted potato wedges, a triple jalapeno chicken sandwich, and pizza bar on the menu at Cozad.
At Ansley, meatloaf with scalloped potatoes.
All right, Litchfield today, Mixie Tots is listed as the lunch item today at Litchfield.
Arnold Schools, they're having Alfredo today.
Gothenburg today, French toast sticks with eggs, grilled chicken sandwich, the Grill Station combos, a grilled chicken sandwich basket, made fresh supreme pizza, and a fresh-baked turkey and cheese sub. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
Breaded pork chops, mashed potatoes and gravy, tomato and zucchini, dinner roll, and dessert at the Prairie Pioneer Center today. Give them a call for more information at 872-6121. All right, let's play the game, see if we can give away something to eat here this morning.
Yeah, and give you a chance to win one of those delicious breakfast sandwiches from Howdy's here in Broken Bow. April 22nd was 56th anniversary of Earth Day. So we're kind of asking some questions surrounding that. Oh, my goodness, I should have pre-read this. Chlorofluorocarbons.
Woo!
Also known as CFCs. We'll go with that.
Okay, use that one.
CFCs were first created in the 1920s. These dangerous compounds are also known by what name? Your choices are radon, freon, neon, or plasma. Chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, were first created in the 1920s. These dangerous compounds are also known by what name? And your choices are radon, freon, neon, or plasma? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
At BD, they are advancing the world of health. As a global medical technology company, BD is dedicated to improving medical discovery, diagnostics, and care. From developing innovative devices to creating safer solutions for patients and healthcare workers, they stand for quality, safety, and progress in healthcare. Every day, their team works to make a difference, helping people live healthy lives. BD, advancing the world of health together.
Spring is just around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about your garden. The Garden Center in Broken Bow has everything you need to get growing. Pick up soil, grass seed, bulk seeds, and seed packets, including jade green beans in bulk, plus everything you need to start seedlings indoors, from grow lights to heat pads. While you're there, check out the new yard art, solar yard art, and beautiful new pottery that's just arrived to brighten up your space. Find the Garden Center in Broken Bow at 500 Thelma Street, 1 block south of Highway 2, and get ready for spring.
All right, 7:51. We have Superman's wife
Oh, wow.
on the
Cool.
radio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. We're good. We'll see if we can get you something to eat here. Here's Brent.
Okay, CFCs. I'm going to try this again. Chlorofluorocarbons were first created in the 1920s. These compounds are also known by what name? Is it radon, freon, neon, or plasma?
I'm taking a guess saying radon.
That is a good guess, because I would have
darn it.
guessed the same, but it is not radon.
What would Superman
So-
say?
Yeah. So let's take away radon. Here's the remaining choices. Freon, neon, or plasma.
Oh, well, we'll go with, I don't know, Freon.
Yes, good. I was hoping you would say that. Freon is the answer. So we're going to put your name on a certificate that'll get you a free breakfast sandwich at Howdy's here in Broken Bow. So when you can, just, I guess, have Superman fly you in and pick up your prize.
All right, and thank you to all of the first responders.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for highlighting that again. I don't think we can say that too much today and for actually any day. So thank you.
Yes, and pray for rain.
Yeah,
Oh,
indeed.
man. That would be so good, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. All right. Yes. Well said. For heaven's sakes, can't we get some rain? 200s in the rain gauge this morning. I will say.
At least it was measurable.
It was measurable, exactly.
Yeah.
And humidity's a little higher than it would be if we didn't get the 200s. That hopefully will help them, suppress the fire out there. The winds, they could help us out too and not blow. The wind has switched directions, which I think will help. I'm no expert there as far as a firefighter goes, but I would think going back the direction that's already burnt would help, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But the winds have changed and it's cooler today, so hopefully we're headed in the right direction. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to have the Dave Davis report for you, so stay tuned.
Dave and Brent
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
on KCNI KBBN Radio.
If you have a need for elderly care that includes memory support, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow is the solution. They believe that an active life is a nurturing experience. Visit QualitySeniorVillages.com to learn more or to contact them about available rooms.
With spring planting just around the corner, don't let that neck or back pain keep you from doing what you love. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. We will give you the one-on-one attention that you deserve and get you moving again. Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 and let us help you get you back on track for summer fun. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with Dave Davis Auction Service, we are having Ruth and Roger Smith's moving sale and guest consigners. That auction will be this Saturday, April 25th, starting at 9 a.m., and it will be at the National Guard Armory. Never Fails Baking will be there also. It starts, like I said, right at 9 a.m. This will be a very large auction, so the sale bill does not begin to mention everything, so please come and check everything out. Some of the items are a small ice chest, an ice cream machine, a Terry Riddle deer figurines, Alaskan porcelain figurines, Nordic track treadmill, Barbie collection, ceramic heaters, dehumidifiers, a mini fridge, a bread maker. There's a very large collection of records there, and there's lots of musical items there, including a lot of music and guitars. There's a Yamaha PSR 175 keyboard. We do have pictures of some of this on our website, so please get on and look. And you can come and check it out early if you want to on Friday, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff there. There's car ramps, a steel weed eater, shop lights, heavy-duty shelving, lots of nice antique furniture. There's a lawyer's bookcase that's stackable with a glass front. There's a bunch of trunks and rockers. There's red wagons, cream cans, cast iron seat, rolled top desk, double wash tub with lid, treadle sewing machine. There's also a coin collection. If you'd like more information on that, please contact our office. Then there are some guns, a Winchester Model 12 16 shotgun pump. There's a Marlin Glenfield Model 60 22 caliber rifle, a Marlin Glenfield modified 60 22 caliber rifle, again, coast to coast Marlin rifle, a British Enfield SNLE bolt action 303 British with a scope. If you would like more information on those, please contact Jim or our office on that also. And like I said, this is a very large auction, and we don't have everything listed on the sale bill, so please come and check it out. That's this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. at the National Guard Armory. Going over to Farmers National side, we do have a new listing at 540 North 10th Avenue. This is a project home. This home is full of character and potential. This spacious 4-bedroom, 3-bath property sits on a desirable corner lot near schools, featuring real wood floors, solid wood doors, and timeless charm throughout. The home welcomes you with a lovely front entry with open staircase. The main level offers a bright living room, a formal dining area with built-in hutch, a non-conforming bedroom, a half bath, a kitchen with new cabinets and countertops just waiting for your finishing touches. Upstairs, you'll find 3 additional bedrooms, a dedicated office space, and a full bathroom. The basement adds more living space with a family room, a 3rd bathroom, and plenty of storage. Recent updates include new windows on the main floor and upstairs. This is located at 540 North 10th Avenue. At 1740 North D Street, this is a ranch-style home with lots of upgrades. You'll feel right at home the moment you step in. The formal dining room and living room are filled with natural light from large windows, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere throughout the main level. The beautiful updated kitchen features custom cabinetry, granite countertops, a classy subway tile backsplash, ceramic tile flooring, and a breakfast bar with prep space. Stainless steel appliances are staying. There's an informal dining area that sits along the patio door that opens to the deck, making it perfect for indoor-outdoor entertaining. The main floor offers 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, including a primary bedroom with an ensuite bath, as well as a convenience and main floor laundry. The lower level provides additional living space with a comfortable family room and 3rd bathroom, 2 generous bedrooms, and a storm shelter with additional storage. It's situated on a corner lot. This property features a large deck, underground sprinklers, an attached double garage, and a detached single garage. Fully fenced backyard at 1740 North D Street. At 542 West Ridge Drive, this one has great curb appeal. This inviting home features a kitchen with a breakfast bar and center island, complemented by an abundance of oak cabinetry and quartz countertops. The family room is conveniently located off of the kitchen and offers extensive built-ins along the patio door that opens to the back patio. There's a sunken formal living room, showcases large windows, exposed beams, and a stunning double-sided fireplace, creating a warm and dramatic gathering space. The formal dining room also includes a fireplace. The primary bedroom includes an updated ensuite bathroom. The main floor offers 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms in total. The finished lower level has an office, custom built-ins, a 4th bedroom, and a 4th bathroom. Additional highlights include an attached double garage, a circular driveway, and a large lot to the north that's included with the property at 542 West Street Drive. We have new construction at 845 Pawnee Lane. Great open floor plan for easy entertaining. Everything is on one level. Kitchen has a peninsula and custom cabinets with soft closed drawers. Patio doors off of the dining area. 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. Main bath has a large walk-in shower, on-demand water heater, quality finishes throughout. It does have an attached finish 25 by 30 garage. That's at 845 Pawnee Lane. We have an acreage close to town at 1499 Myers Road. It's a ranch-style home with open floor plan. Large kitchen has an island and lots of cupboards and counter space. Patio doors going out to the large composite deck. Main floor has 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. Both master bedroom and second bedroom have walk-in closets and ensuite bathrooms. Main floor laundry room with a sink. Lower level has 4th bathroom, possibility of 2 more bedrooms, and large family room. Attached double garage. This has a large backyard, a place for livestock, and a small alfalfa field in the back. Total acreage is 3.9, and that's at 1499 Myers Road. We have a home that has lots of space at 414 North 10th Avenue. It's a brick home close to school. Open living dining room, has lots of sunshine. It would be great for entertaining. Large kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space, double ovens and patio doors going out to the back patio. Laundry located off the kitchen. Main floor has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. One of the bedrooms has built-in shelves and would make a great office. Lower level has family room, 2 more bedrooms, 3rd bathroom, a workshop room, and shelter canning room. This home has got great storage. It has an attached oversized double garage. That's at 414 North 10th Avenue. I think that sums it up for this week, but I'd like to thank you all for listening. I hope to see all of you at the auction on Saturday. This has been Kathy Eberly for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. Thank you.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A government bailout of Spirit Airlines could be announced as soon as today. Democrats and Republicans in Congress are against it. Transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
It's not often that Senators Elizabeth Warren and Ted Cruz appear to be on the same page, but both appear skeptical of this deal. Cruz calling it absolutely terrible.
The Pentagon says U.S. forces have just boarded a tanker carrying Iranian oil in the Indian Ocean. It comes a day after Iran's paramilitary took control of 2 ships in the Strait of Hormuz. CBS's Charlie Daggett from Tel Aviv.
Roughly 60% of the naval arm of the Revolutionary Guard is still intact, as well as roughly half of Iran's ballistic missile arsenal.
Dozens of homes have been destroyed by wildfires in the southeast. Brantley County, Georgia manager Joey Kaysen.
Within 5 minutes, it went from smoke to a fire. So just understand, this thing is a very dynamic situation.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KNOP, a North Platte man is facing felony drug charges after police said they found suspected methamphetamine in his vehicle. Police pulled over Jeffrey Dohauer, age 66, on Rodeo Road Tuesday night as part of an ongoing drug investigation. Officers searched his vehicle and found roughly 90 grams of suspected meth, drug paraphernalia, and about $500 in cash. Dohauer faces 2 felony charges, including possession of meth with the intent to deliver, and he is currently being held at the Lincoln County Detention Center. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA playoffs, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropped 37 points as the Thunder defeated the Suns 120-107. The Pistons evened the series against the Magic, coming out on top in Game 2, 98-83. At the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Ducks beat the Oilers 6-4 in Game 2 to even their series at 1 apiece. The Stars outscored the Wild in double overtime 4-3. Dallas now leads that series 2-1, and the Flyers beat the Penguins 5-2. Philadelphia leads that series 3-0. In the NFL, ESPN reports that Mike Vrabel will not be with the Patriots on Saturday for the 3rd day of the NFL draft as he seeks counseling. In baseball, the Mets snapped their 12-game losing streak with the 3-2 win over the Twins. Yankees have won 5 in a row after topping the Red Sox 4-1. Giants shut out the Dodgers 3-0. Cubs have won 8 in a row. They beat the Phillies 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at 10 a.m. today and continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today, with daytime highs approaching 75. Winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, lows level off around 33. High of 65. Tomorrow, clear skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Home Sweet Home, Bow Family Furniture and Flooring. They have helped you find the perfect item for your home for more than 35 years. Visit them on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow or downtown on South 9th Avenue and online at familyfurnitureandflooring.com.
8:05 is your time. Let's go outside and find out what it really feels like with Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it like out there?
Well, it feels pretty good so far this morning with 52 degrees outside and nice and calm winds. There is a few clouds in sight, actually mostly cloudy, kind of peeking around the corner here. Barometric pressure at 2963 and humidity 56%. Only 200ths of precipitation in the last 24 hours, which bumps our precipitation for this month up to 2600ths. A high yesterday of 86 and an overnight low of 51.
All right, and are you out back, Jack?
I am.
All right, can you see any smoke left out that way?
You know, I don't really see any so far this morning.
Good.
So,
Good.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some good rain. I think there's a 90% chance all day Sunday, so hopefully we can get some good rain that day.
Yeah, we sure hope so. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, 8:06. Yeah, we need the rain, and we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the rain this morning. Or lack thereof.
Yeah, right.
And kind of remind ourselves that the firefighters did a fabulous job yesterday and are still subduing that 6,000 acres out there that burnt, because any time you have a fire, there's always that chance of it reigniting, and they'll be working that and making sure they do everything they can to keep that from happening, pending, of course, on how windy it gets today. And also, I believe something like almost 10 fires happening across the state of Nebraska again in the last couple of days. So it's just brittle everywhere. Maybe the very southeast corner of Nebraska. It seems like Lincoln and Omaha have been getting, if there's any rain in the state, it seems like it's been happening there.
Yeah.
But not anywhere past that in this direction. So we are feeling a little relieved here today, but cautious, and we know that the danger is still out there for reignite.
Yeah, for sure.
Reigniting and having some more troubles. And these folks are a little bit tired, I would imagine. They had breakfast for them today, and they'll be feeding them, as Brent mentioned. The Hot Meals USA is in town, and volunteers will be serving firefighters and victims of the Pressy Fire today. And they'll be serving at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow, and they'll be serving as long as needed. So keep checking for updates for the sign up. If you'd like to help by donating to help cover the costs, you can donate to a website or send a check to Hot Meals USA, 714 4th Avenue, Suite A in Kearney, Nebraska. The zip there is 68845. Please share and spread the word to help feed the firefighters and fire victims. And of course, there have been, a lot of people displaced from their homes with this fire, beginning in the Pressy area. O'Connell, I believe you were running a note yesterday that they'd open up the community building and had it open for people to go to if they had to leave their homes in that area. And they had to evacuate in the Rhino area as well, and in between probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we received the call about O'Connell opening up the community hall and community center, I want to say around 7 o'clock, I think, last night, somewhere in that time frame, we received that call. So, yeah. Yep.
Now, for those of us who have not went through that before, that's got to be one of the rottenest feelings in the world, grabbing some of your belongings that are something that you don't want to lose, some memories, some pictures, or whatever you can grab, maybe some records, financial records, or whatever you can think of if you have time to do that, and hop in the car and leave everything else behind. That's got to be awful.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, we're human. We always like to have a little bit control, right? Mm-hmm. And when you're in those situations, I mean, you that's beyond your control. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm with you. That, and you'd be stepping into the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
You'd leave and you don't know what will be happening behind you. So,
And there's one part of you that would say, I want to stay here and protect my property, but you just can't protect property from blazes like took place yesterday in those type of fires. And we've seen it all over the country. Some of those fires get so hot they wipe out complete neighborhoods. We've seen that. We think about, because if you have relatives who live up in the mountains, a lot of times they've got totes all ready to go. They're just used to maybe being evacuated once a year or once every couple of years, depending on how dry the woods are out there. But here, we don't have to do that too often until just lately, the last few years with this, last couple of years with these drought conditions. And Nebraska, the Midwest, has went through droughts before, but we haven't seen anything like this in memory for most folks, having this many fires to fight of such fire and velocity. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, but again, we're knocking on wood today and thanking our firefighters. And if you'd like to donate to help feed the guys and gals who are working out there, Hot Meals USA is here at the Custer County Fairgrounds. They'll be there until no longer needed. And this is posted on Info at Sandhills and on our chat page here on The Breakfast Show. So got that address. We might just go ahead, if you don't mind, Brent, and read the release again from Mark Rempe, who heads up Custer County Emergency Management.
Mark was very kind to put together this press release, which was sent out in the 6 o'clock hour this morning, and we'll just read it in full for you. Again, this is coming from Mark Rempe, Custer County Emergency Manager and Communications Director. It reads, at approximately 2:07 on Wednesday, yesterday, April 22nd, a 911 call reported a grass fire at Presley Park, located within the Oconto Volunteer Fire Department Fire District. The Oconto Volunteer Fire Department was first on scene and, due to fire conditions, quickly requested mutual aid from all fire departments across Custer County. As the incident expanded, assistance was provided by multiple fire departments from across Nebraska, along with, and I'm going to go ahead and read this full list here, Custer County Sheriff's Office, Custer County Emergency Management, Custer County Communications, Custer County Highway Department, Aero Aviation, Custer Public Power, Nebraska State Patrol, Nebraska Game and Parks, Nebraska Brand Committee, the Nebraska State Fire Marshal's Office, and the Nebraska IMAT team. Dry conditions and strong winds caused the fire to spread rapidly to the north and northwest yesterday. Rough terrain made access and suppression efforts challenging, and the fire ultimately split into two separate head fires, with the secondary head fire moving farther north. At its peak, the fire traveled approximately 12 miles north and reached an estimated width of 3 miles, burning roughly 6,000 acres, is what they report this morning. At this time, the fire is being actively monitored. Suppression operations began earlier this morning. Multiple teams of firefighters will continue working throughout the day in coordination with National Guard air assets and hand crews. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Also, they put in a note, the Oconto Volunteer Fire Department would like to extend sincere thanks to all fire departments, agencies, businesses, and individuals who have assisted and continue to assist with firefighting operations, as well as those who have supported firefighters and landowners during this incident. And he mentions that additional information will be released as it becomes available.
All right, thank you, Brent, and thank you, Custer County Emergency Management. We've talked about this before with guests from Custer Public Power about when fires occur. And in fact, I think we talked about that their last visit. The crews do go out when needed, and due to the fires, sometimes there are outages, and you can use the same number that you use during winter storms, or I guess for that matter, in any storm system that moves through any time of the year where you lose power. You can use that same number to let them know that you are without power. I know they would appreciate knowing, but they had crews out yesterday to take care of situations out there. And then let's not forget the landowners, the farmers and ranchers out there who get their equipment out and help build buffers, turn on their pivots, and do whatever they can to keep those fires from traveling any further. They are a part of the solution as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Very, very important. We'll be back with more right after these words.
Vermeer has been innovating and equipping farmers with their innovations since their first wagon hoist to their pioneering round baler, helping farmers and ranchers get their work done quickly and efficiently. With comprehensive service and support, Power Solutions of Broken Bow is proud to be your local Vermeer dealer. Give them a call at 308-872-5522 or stop out and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Converse-Whiting, Director of Community Education at Gothenburg Health. Our team continues to be committed to supporting you through every stage of life. Well Ahead means providing advanced specialty services and everyday wellness. You're never alone in caring for yourself or the people you love. We're here to walk beside you, offering expert providers, modern services, and a commitment to complete wellness. Your health matters today, tomorrow, and for the years to come. Gothenburg Health, well ahead.
Mind Match on The Breakfast Show, where it's not about being right, it's about thinking alike.
Congratulations to Mike, who won Mind Match this past Wednesday, taking home $200 in cash. Will you be next?
Want in on the action? Sign up now on the contests page of sandhillsexpress.com and you could get the call to play. Mind Match, 7:45 Wednesday mornings, brought to you by Gateway Motors and the Garden Center of Broken Bow.
8:17 is breakfast show time. Got a little music lined up for you. Going to see if we can get Jeremy Shipe in the studio. We'll try to get Tina in since she lived in the area of the fires, or she lives in the area of the fires, but she seemed reluctant earlier.
Yes.
But we'll do our best to get her in, as she had a lot of information that she could pass along since they were sitting on a hill last night watching the fire make its moves and watching the fires be subdued and stopped. So we'll see if we can get her in, but I'm not making any promises there. So, but we'll get Jeremy in here. I know he's got some catching up to do probably from all of the things that are taking place and have taken place, but we'll want to get him in here, if not at the very least talk about his chart here on rainfall, which we know is going to be subdued as far as the amount of rain we've gotten.
Yeah, it won't be the numbers we want to hear. I know that.
Yeah, that's for sure. But it might make us a little more cautious, so we're going to bring that to you here in just a little bit. Here's Cody Jinks.
each of those performed at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow without the ride to Kearney or Grand Island. To learn more, visit melham.org or call 308-872-4100 today and learn why Melham Medical Center is large enough to serve, small enough to care.
AeroSeed is happy to announce that the agriculture seed previously purchased at the AeroSeed location is now available at Evans Feed Company in Broken Bow. Evans Feed will be the preferred seed dealer in Custer County, servicing all of your forage, alfalfa, and small grains. Give Evans Feed Company a call to service all of your farm and ranch seed previously purchased at the AeroSeed facility. Call 1-800-830-2119 or stop by Evans Feed.
Looking for a fresh start in a place you'll love to call home? Broken Bow Housing Authority has one-bedroom apartments available at Custer Heights. Enjoy easy living with no utilities, snow removal, or lawn care to worry about. Need more space? Choose from 2 to 5 bedroom homes with tenants responsible for snow removal and lawn care. Income limits do apply. Visit BrokenBowHousingAuthority.com to apply online today. Don't wait. Contact Broken Bow Housing Authority and open the door to your next home.
8:23, breakfast show time. Good to have you along. Thanks for listening this morning. Jeremy Shipe is in the studio. Jeremy, thanks for coming in. I know you're catching up on things. I do, before we get too far into this, want to report, and I'm not very good at this when it's coming to in direct contact, but I do know that Gene Eggleston's house was badly damaged, if not lost, last night, and that is right on the very south edge of Rhino Table. Spent a lot of time there as a youngster, so I feel terrible for Gene. Gene and Alan live there, raised their family there. And Jean's still living there. Her son Matt lives up the lane a little ways from there. I understand there may be some damage to their property, but they haven't been able to get in to assess that yet. So I can give you a direct update there because I just talked to family to know that was the case. They grabbed some things and left, and sits right on the very edge of Rhino Table. And I can imagine how difficult it would be to stop a fire because if it came up the wall of that canyon, the house sits right there. Yeah. So very unfortunate, but Jeannie's safe. She evacuated, and so did a lot of people in the path of that fire. And so that is the only structure besides the Rhino School that we're aware of, that the old Rhino School that burnt along the roadway there. Completely lost, but it was a dilapidating building. But just can verify that structure that Jeannie lived in is lost. So, yeah. And again, coverage yesterday began right around 2:00, and you were here right through the evening. And appreciate your coverage, Kristen, watching the radio, listening to the radio, and Brent doing some updates. So. Thank you for that. Of course, we can't thank our volunteer firemen and EMTs and all the people involved who are probably still working on this fire.
It certainly makes our job easier when questions start coming about, do I need to leave my house? Do I need to go? And my answer to each of those questions when we received them yesterday was, I don't have that information officially, but what I can tell you is that if you need to go, our local firefighters are some of the best I've ever seen, and they're going to be out ahead of the fire and let you know that you need to get going, because they, those of us not super familiar with the idea of fighting a fire can say, it's just putting water on a fire, but there's a skill to it. There's a goal they're trying to accomplish. There's back burning. There's using the lay of the land to know where the fire is likely to go. There's all kinds of thought processes that are going on in a matter of seconds, and they're incredible at doing that. And in the case of, like, when it's going up a canyon wall, like you said, those are the toughest cases. As we've talked to firefighters in the past, and they're just like, it's tough because when they come shooting out of those canyons, which are often filled with plenty of cedar tree fire, by the way.
Yeah.
That fire is its strongest coming up out of there. Out in open, kind of rolling hills, maybe a little bit easier, but those canyons you can't drive in safely without fire there. You put fire in there, that's super not safe. So,
yeah, that particular canyon is steep. You wouldn't have a fire truck coming up the side of that. So certainly understand that it was not a lack of effort that kept that structure from burning. And we don't know about any other structures, but we do know about those two. And a lot of people went to school at the Rhino School, even though it was dilapidated and probably needed to be taken down. Still a lot of memories there that people kind of feel bad about. I went to school there. I saw some postings on that. So
I already have heard several stories, and I got some messages last night from people that said our house was saved yesterday because of people coming and standing their ground with their fire trucks right here. And I know that Brent and I kind of, the burnt ground tells its own story after a fire is over. When we drove out and looked at the burnt ground after that fire outside of Broken Bow, a couple years ago now, you see where a house and barns are, and you see the black up to the edge of it. It gets within 30 feet, and it doesn't get any closer. A battle occurred there.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
A lot of passion was shown by local firefighters at that location, and it's shown by the burnt grass around that area to save those folks' livelihood. It's wild.
It would be interesting to know how many people were evacuated yesterday, because I know that a lot of folks who have lived around here a long time, sometimes you just don't think about the lay of the land. It starts out at Pressy, jumps the river, and ends up on Rhino Table and in those deep canyons. And you don't think about, if a fire started in Pressy, that it would end up taking that path, and the wind has everything to do with that. But I would imagine there's a large number of people, surprising number of people who had to leave their places yesterday because of that fire.
When you start considering, as a crow flies, is the saying, Pressy's not that far away from Broken Bow.
As a crow flies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you drive on the highway, it takes a decent amount of time to get there. It's not super far away. But by the time I left last night, I looked over toward the direction of the fire, and it was glowing plenty orange. Now, that puts off a lot of light, but the way you look at it and the way your eyes receive it, you feel like it's right over the hill. And I think the nice thing is that I hear more often than not that people are prepared to move. I think they understand that we as humans can't predict fire and wind and dryness as well as sometimes people think they can. And several cases of people saying, I was loading stuff up and I was ready to go at a moment's notice. And it's wild to hear stories from people that are on Callaway Road for a fire that started in Pressy a mere few hours before. The thing ended up being 3 miles wide and traveling multiple miles.
And it split.
And it's split.
Yeah.
And
that's shows you right there how unpredictable that is, and it probably saves some places. And in fact, probably that split is why Rhino on the Rhino Road was affected. And I'd guess most wouldn't imagine that it would go that far east, but there were swirling winds yesterday. There was definitely a south wind, but it was changing directions on the firefighters.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, when it's that dry, the wind switches, and the fire can travel a quarter mile in a different direction very quickly.
Yeah.
But I mean, there were strong enough winds when I got home last night and was still outside about 11 o'clock. I mean, you still had to choose how you placed your feet on the ground so you didn't get blown over. I mean, that's a significant wind.
Yeah.
And they were out there fighting that fire into the evening. The thing that was nice was that the humidity level, I mean, when you walked outside this morning, you felt
humid. Yeah.
It felt humid.
Yeah.
which had to have helped an immense amount. And the humidity level yesterday at its lowest point in the afternoon, early evening was, I mean, Brent and I were talking about this last night. It was still 15 to 20% higher than it was the previous day when it was approaching single digits. I can't even imagine how much that would have been a deterrent yesterday if it was as, low humidity as it was the previous day.
Yeah, just unpredictable, and that's why people evacuate. And of course, O'Connell had their community building open for evacuees there, and having family live in that area, I know that they came to town, stayed with relatives in town. There's a lot of that goes on, going to people, friends and relatives who are out of the path of the fire that probably didn't go to the evacuation points. So you'll never know the numbers, but I think it's probably more than you might imagine.
I've had several people, as is common for this area, ask what they can do to help if they have items they want to drop off, things like that, where they can do so. I have not heard of any things like that yet. I don't want to give out any and say like, hey, drop all these supplies at this place when they're not needed there, or when they're, it's an active area where they're trying to keep things moving. So if I hear anything, I'll let people know. But right now it sounds like Hot Meals USA is kind of the main thing that's going on. Fairgrounds is where that kind of hub has been set up. Fire in a good amount of control today. I think a kind of a decent indication of that is no smoke up in the air, really.
Yeah,
so
looks better.
They're just going to keep soaking her down and looking for those hot spots. I'd venture to guess there's going to be some kind of infrared technology used. I know the State Patrol helps with that. I think even sometimes like Buffalo County Sheriff's Office, they have infrared drone cameras that they'll come up and help out with that. I guess if there's a positive to all of the big fires that just occurred, everyone is up on how to utilize their equipment in order to help recover from a fire such as this.
Yeah.
You know where it's at, and you know how to get it there.
Yeah. Again, folks, there's still a need out there to watch a fire, as Jeremy was indicating there. I know, Jeremy, you had posted yesterday evening that there was some problems with people going out to watch the fire, causing some log jams for the firefighters. And I assume they would probably prefer that people stay away from that area even today, and not go out. And I'd like to go out personally and go out and see what my mother's property looks like up on Rhino, but I'm not going to until I know that I'm not going to be extra traffic for those firefighters out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a to and from your home sort of situation right now, or if you're traveling through and need to use those roads. I mean, no roads are closed or anything like that, but yeah, certainly if you're just going to go, even as news reporters, we could have sent somebody out yesterday, but you get a picture of some flames in the air and some smoke. That's what fire does, and that's what it looks like. I mean, by being closer to it, you're just that. You're closer to it, but you're not doing anything to help. You're just a hindrance. So that was a frustrating call to receive yesterday. It was from somebody that was trying to leave their home, and they said, I'm having trouble leaving my home in a safe manner because there's so many people out here. That's just not good. So if it continues to be this dry, and I hope I'm wrong, I mean, there's a good possibility we continue to have fires, and that's something that we can certainly learn as a community is just stay where you're supposed to be, and not, if you feel like you shouldn't be somewhere, you probably shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's when you're on somebody else's. It's kind of like when you're not sure when you're hunting if you're on the right property or not. When there's a fire and you're in the way, you're not on the right location, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a time out. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the chart you made to kind of give us an idea of why we're having such difficulty right now with these fires. So stay tuned. That's coming up right after these words.
Spring is here, and RTA's Hardware couldn't be more excited to see you. Did you hear? In addition to the fertilizer program, they have AeroSeeds blends of grass seed available. Fill in those patches and watch them green up. A rear tine tiller, turf rake, and lawn aerator are available to rent as well to make the work fly by. At the end of a hard day's work, fire up a new Weber, Traeger, or Blackstone grill or griddle. Savings are as high as $100. Happy spring from RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
Drivers and farmers need a DOT physical? Thompson Chiropractic has you covered. At Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, Dr. Riley Thompson provides certified DOT physicals to keep you moving safely and confidently. Some call it a CDL physical or a med card. Whatever you call it, Thompson Chiropractic handles it with professional, hassle-free care. When it's time for your next DOT physical, remember Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, your dependable stop for DOT exams.
Great Scott! Don't get left behind. Check out the station calendar at sandhillsexpress.com. From your favorite shows on KCNI and KBBN to live local sports, the station calendar keeps you in the know on everything hitting the airwaves. Never miss a game. Never miss a show. Head to sandhillsexpress.com and click on the station calendar, your one-stop guide to what's playing on your favorite stations.
It's 8:39 breakfast show time, and again, we do know that there has been at least one home badly damaged or destroyed on the south edge of Rhino Table. We don't have any information further than that as far as helping out people who have been affected by the fire, as Jeremy mentioned. So as soon as we do get information about that, or if that happens, we will certainly let you know. Now, something like 10 fires happening in the state of Nebraska in the last couple of days. Highway 2 was closed yesterday up by Whitman, the Mullen area, because of grass fires up there. So as we were just talking about, we are likely to have more fires if we don't get some rain. We do have some rain in the forecast. But looking at Jeremy's report here, his graphics, we haven't really, I'm just going to put it in hard terms, we haven't got squat for rain since September of 2025. And start with your chart in January of 2025, Jeremy.
January of 2025 through April of 2025, we received just over 2 inches. Now, that's not very much, considering that's the spring season. But you fast forward a calendar year, and you look at that same stretch of time from January through April so far this year, and we've just received a little more than a half inch. So 2 inches, January through April, that would normally be seen as a problem. That's a problem. But when you take 1.5 inches off of that total from last year, that's what we've received this year. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, in the middle there, May 2025 to September of 2025, 4 inches and change, 5 inches and change, 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. Those are good, healthy months of precipitation, and we're sitting pretty there. But then it dries up pretty darn quickly after that. You're really walking a fine line when you get a couple of dry months in a row, and we've had several, just 1.13 inches in the last 6 months here at our studios.
Wow. The largest amount, by the way, was June of 2025, 5.56, 5 inches and 56 hundredths. That's in 2025, the month of June. That's the biggest month we've had since January of 2025. And as you mentioned, this last stretch from October through now, really, really minimal amounts of things like 14 hundredths in February, 6 hundredths last month, 24, make that 26 hundredths this month, because we just picked up a whopping 2 hundredths last night. So it is brittle out there, and we're getting to the point here where we need to get that rain in the ground. As you look at the pastures, we know from this fire how dry it is out there, but we got to make some grass here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's
for our producers.
And the crazy thing when you consider all of this is that wildfires are completely natural. I mean, before humans walked this earth, lightning would strike in the spring, and these fires would burn millions of acres, tens of millions of acres, and then the next year would green up, and the land adapted to it. But we've got houses and businesses and towns and all that stuff, that prescribed burns are a thing for a reason, but we control them for a reason. We have an idea on where we want them to go. When they're unplanned and they just kind of make their own path is when it gets tough. But I've had a couple of comments. One of the last updates I added to the story last evening was several fire departments that I saw from a distance that were coming to help out. Several of them committing to 48-hour shifts out here at the Pressy fire. Several of them shipping out at 3 a.m. last night in order to get here this morning and take this shift after the local crews had kind of handled things all day yesterday. Some of those were Albion, Battle Creek, Monroe, and that's impressive because there's so many fires that were going on across the state. They really have to, a lot of strategy goes into figuring out if they can provide mutual aid to these fires, because they don't have an excess of fire trucks and individuals. Our state is mostly volunteer firefighters, and they have to decide what direction to go, because sometimes there's a fire the same distance away from their department in a different direction. And oh, by the way, you got to keep enough personnel and equipment back to cover your own tail, because the citizens of the area that they cover are their number one priority. They're doing this mutual aid as on top of what they're already doing, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, you're right. They have to make a lot of, well, I know they probably have monthly meetings to make sure that they're all on track as to when this happens, how many go out, how many stay in case there's another fire or even another type of fire in the communities they're serving. So again, it's amazing that we're talking about volunteers here, about 90% or more, and volunteers coming from all over the state of Nebraska. And you're right, it isn't like there hasn't been other places to go. I mean, this has been going on all spring, and it seems like it never quit. We didn't have any snow, so we had winter fires. I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
I put just a splash. We had enough snow one time, I think, that I got my snowblower out, and I just got this weird feeling. Because you're either supposed to put fuel stabilizer in it when you store it over, up until the next year, or store it empty. I was like, last year I put way too much gas in this, and I didn't want to buy fuel stabilizer, so I just ran it until it ran out of gas. So I put a tiny splash of gas in my snowblower, did the whole driveway, and I still have a little bit in there, and I never used it.
Well, they're still in Nebraska. Don't dismay. We could still have some snow.
May snowstorm.
Yeah, and it's happened before.
I was going to say.
Let's let that snow bring, let's have a 3-foot deep snowstorm. How about that? I think we'd welcome that.
Well, we might until they get the corn in the ground. And then, they're not going to want to have 3 feet on the corn.
Yeah, on it. There's people out there in their planters this morning that are cussing me right now. Yeah. I forgot there's planters out right now.
Yeah, they're wanting to. This is weird. We're talking still maybe a chance of snow. We're having fires, and there's planters being prepped, and if not already in the field. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. So, thanks, Jeremy. We invited Tina in. I don't know if she'll come in. She actually lived somewhere close to where the fire went through. I think she was talking about that split that kind of helped them out.
And she was kind of giving Christy and I the rundown. She's like, well, I don't know what I would say. I was like, you just said it all.
I know.
just repeat it all.
She came here and told us all that. Yeah. Oh, Tina, come on.
Oh, the intimidation of a microphone.
Yeah. No, we can make her life miserable if she doesn't come in here.
Oh, no. Threats on the breakfast. Nothing like a good breakfast show
sorry,
threat.
I'm going to my island on that one.
No, we'll take a time out. She doesn't have to come in if she doesn't want to. We'll take a break, hear from some fine businesses. We'll continue the breakfast show with these words.
Exciting news! The Sun Valley Landscaping Greenhouses are open and ready for you to visit. They've been working hard to grow the most beautiful, stunning plants for your flower beds and gardens. Now it's time for you to take them home. Yes, the popular glow-in-the-dark petunias are back. Sun Valley is open Monday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 5, and Sunday from noon to 5. Shop a great variety of plants, trees, shrubs, and perennials for the whole yard. From vegetables for your garden to hanging baskets for your porch. Sun Valley Landscaping, east of the Fire Hall off Highway 2 in Ansley.
When your trailer needs work, trust someone who does it all. 2-Inch Gang Trailer Repair in Halsey. Richie handles everything from lights and bearings to brakes and welding, making sure your trailer is safe, reliable, and road ready. Whether routine maintenance or a repair that can't wait, dependable service and attention to detail is what you'll get every time. Plus, free pickup and delivery within 50 miles makes it even easier. Don't let trailer issues slow you down. Call Richie at 2-Inch Gang Trailer Repair of Halsey at 650-9922. That's 650-9922.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
Don't rock the jukebox. I wanna hear some Jones, 'cause my heart ain't ready.
Or chasing a new personal best in track, Geared for Sports has got you covered with apparel and equipment for every athlete. Plus, check out Stokes Shoes for Men. designed exclusively in wide and wider sizes for unbeatable comfort. Stop in today and gear up for your best season yet with the team at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
The Secret Garden is blooming with excitement this spring. Visit them every Friday and Saturday at the Myrna location just west of Myrna off Highway 92. Step inside and explore their charming storefront filled with crafts and home decor. Plus, enjoy their delicious drinks and fresh pita sandwiches. Their greenhouse is bursting with beautiful plants and they'll even pot them for you. Now serving lunches and drinks in Broken Bow at the old McDonald's building. Open Monday through Friday 7:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 2. The Secret Garden. Follow them on Facebook and shop thesecretgardenonline.com.
8:53. We have a couple other things we want to tell you about here this morning, and I believe one of those is promoting a job opening at Sylvester's, and I'd like to know a little bit more about Insight Partners that not Jeremy, Brent has some information on. Whoops, sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll start with Insight Partners. Have you heard the news? Insurance of the Heartland in Ansley and Loop Agency in Loop City have joined Insight Partners. They believe they are better together, which is why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined them to better serve their customers and communities. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team can help you protect what matters most. Visit Insurance of the Heartland in Ansley and Loop Agency in Loop City. Now joining with Insight Partners, go to myinspartners.com to find out more.
All right. And if you want a job, we've got a job available at Sylvester's.
Yeah, no experience? Hey, no problem. They're happy to train the right person and help you grow into the role. Sylvester's Bar is looking for a waitress/bartender. This position would offer approximately 30 to 35 hours per week. It's a great opportunity for someone looking for steady, flexible work. Come be part of the Sylvester's family where teamwork, friendly faces, and a little fun are all part of the job. Join the team at Sylvester's, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. You can stop in and talk to them or call Freddie at 308-870-3284. 308-870-3284. And then we also want to remind you to mark your calendars for May 2nd, because that'll be the day that the pantomime players come back to Sylvester's ready to entertain you. So come join them for the fun at Sylvester's. Pantomime players performing on May 2nd at Sylvester's.
More information right after these words.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Varney Pharmacy is proud to offer their customers the choice of high quality and effective products from Leader, like triple antibiotic ointment, compared to Neosporin, $1.99. Esomeprazole Magnesium 24-hour acid reducer, compared to Prilosec OTC, $5.99. 24-hour allergy relief tablets compared to Claritin, $5.99. Compare and save when you visit Varney Pharmacy, located conveniently in downtown Broken Bow.
If your banking is changing, you don't have to figure it out alone. At Burning Bank, we've proudly served Broken Bow for over 20 years with personal service you can count on. Switching accounts? We'll make it simple and stress-free. Our friendly team will help move over your direct deposits and automatic payments every step of the way. Stop in and see us at 803 South D Street or call us at 308-872-2757 today. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
8:57. Good to have you aboard. Brent, any sports this weekend? Any track going on that we're covering, or all the track meets and golfing going to take place as usual?
The next track meet that we'll report on will be a week from tomorrow. We'll be in Arnold for the MNAC Track and Field Championships. Always like to go there live. Our area track and boys golf teams have been busy this week, though, so be watching sandhillsexpress.com and listening to sports, and we'll have updates as they become available for what's kind of been going on this week. As far as what we'll be broadcasting on the air, we'll continue with Sunday baseball with the Huskers for you this weekend, as Nebraska will be in Illinois this weekend for a 3-game Big Ten series, and we will plan to broadcast the Sunday game for you with coverage starting at 12:30 Sunday afternoon on KBBN.
All right, very good, Brent. We'll take a timeout, catch up on a couple of things, and then we'll have the 9 o'clock news for you. Stay tuned.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Lashley Land Recreational Brokers continues to lead in total acres sold in the state of Nebraska. Hi, my name is John Farley, and I've sold over 3,000 acres of Custer County, Dawson County range and recreational land in 2025. With our marketing reach and my enthusiasm and expert knowledge in both hunting and ranching, I successfully sold our listings for top dollar to those wanting land that offers great hunting with ag income potential. Call me, John Farley, or check it out at lashleyland.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Breaking news for your home. Way-Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way-Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way-Day. Shop Wayfair's Way-Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
News brief. President Trump's just upped the ante in the Iran war. CBS's Aaron Navarro.
The president in the Truth Social post said he is directing the U.S. Navy to triple their efforts to shoot any boat putting down naval mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
He's ordered American minesweepers to triple up on clearing the Strait of explosives. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has signed off on an order to make licensed medical marijuana a less dangerous drug. CBS's Michael Wallace.
The order legitimizes the medical marijuana programs in 40 states by reclassifying medical marijuana as a less regulated Schedule III drug, down from Schedule I, which includes dangerous drugs like heroin.
Senate Republicans pushed through a budget plan to fund ICE and Border Patrol after a vote-a-rama on a slew of other bills. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
We gave Republicans a chance to vote for an amendment to lower out-of-pocket health care costs. They said no.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA playoffs, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropped 37 points as the Thunder defeated the Suns 120-107. The Pistons even the series against the Magic, coming out on top in Game 2, 98-83. At the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Ducks beat the Oilers 6-4 in Game 2 to even their series at 1 apiece. The Stars outscored the Wild in double overtime 4-3. Dallas now leads that series 2-1, and the Flyers beat the Penguins 5-2. Philadelphia leads that series 3-0. In the NFL, ESPN reports that Mike Vrabel will not be with the Patriots on Saturday for the third day of the NFL draft as he seeks counseling. In baseball, the Mets snapped their 12-game losing streak with the 3-2 win over the Twins. Yankees have won 5 in a row after topping the Red Sox 4-1. Giants shut out the Dodgers 3-0. Cubs have won 8 in a row. They beat the Phillies 7-2.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at 10 a.m. today and continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today, with daytime highs approaching 75. Winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, lows level off around 33. High of 65. Tomorrow, clear skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Friendly small town shopping, impressive big town selection, the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Visit them every day from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and shop the very best cuts of meat, fresh produce, and delicious items in the deli. Find ads, coupons, and more online at gkbrokenbow.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, our current conditions, 56, cloudy skies. There's a little sun burning through those clouds. Winds out of the west, 5 to 10 right now. Barometric pressure rising at 2964. Humidity at 51%. Yesterday's high was 86 with an overnight low of 51. As we mentioned, we picked up 200s precipitation as of 7 o'clock this morning, and that brings us to 2600s for the month. And, of course, we've been talking about it all morning. Very, very dry. Red flag is up. Won't be quite as hot today, but still very dangerous out there. And Jack said he viewed a plane going over here this morning. So they're still subduing that fire, working on it. It's one of those things that's going to take a day, full day, maybe a little longer to make sure the embers are out. And with the winds out of the west now, things kind of change a little bit. So that's underway. And then, of course, we don't need a fire somewhere else. So please be very careful out there. Here's Waylon Jennings.
corral and feedlot design to the simple mile of barbed wire fence, Moline has the largest in-stock inventory of fencing supplies in western Nebraska, with creosote, hedge, fiberglass, and pipe posts, to trusted wire brands like Oklahoma, Red Brand, Stay Tough, and H&W. Call Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781 or visit MolineSeedandFence.com. Locations in Gothenburg and Thedford, and soon in Broken Bow.
The National Pork Board continues to lean into consumer preferences to grow demand. Kirsten Hafer is Vice President of Business Intelligence and Innovation.
As we think about this being a consumer campaign that's executed at retail or executed at food service, the consumer metrics are really important. And we think about things like household penetration. So are more households bringing pork into their household? Are we growing the number of items that they're bringing in and buying? Are we growing the number of trips that they're making that include pork in their basket? Are we increasing the amount of money that they spend on pork? Not necessarily on a per item basis, but in total. Are we getting them deeper into the portfolio and getting them to buy more pork products consistently?
And she says,
we've got the sales metrics, and that really does boil down to, are we actually moving consumers from consideration to actual purchase or consumption?
For more information, go to porkcheckoff.org.
9:08. And if you don't mind, Brent, one more time, if you would read the press release from Mark Rempe, who heads up the Custer County Emergency Management here in the 9 o'clock hour. I think that might be beneficial, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. We'll read this to you in full. This was released in the 6 o'clock hour to us. Press release from Mark Rempe, Custer County Emergency Manager. We'll just read it in full for you. At approximately 2:07 yesterday, a 911 call reported a grass fire at Pressey Park, located within the Oconto Volunteer Fire Department Fire District. The Oconto Volunteer Fire Department was first on the scene, and due to fire conditions, quickly requested mutual aid from all fire departments across Custer County. As the incident expanded, assistance was provided by multiple fire departments from across the state, along with the Custer County Sheriff's Office, Custer County Emergency Management, Custer County Communications, Custer County Highway Department, Aero Aviation, Custer Public Power District, Nebraska State Patrol, Nebraska Game and Parks, Nebraska Brand Committee, the Nebraska State Fire Marshal's Office, and the Nebraska IMAT team. Dry conditions and strong winds yesterday caused the fire to spread rapidly to the north and northwest. Rough terrain made access and suppression efforts very challenging, and the fire ultimately split into two separate head fires, with the secondary head fire moving farther north. At its peak, the fire traveled approximately 12 miles north and reached an estimated width of 3 miles, burning roughly 6,000 acres. At this time, the fire is being actively monitored. Suppression operations were underway earlier this morning. Multiple teams of firefighters continuing to work throughout the day in coordination with National Guard air assets and hand crews. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. And the Oconto Volunteer Fire Department sends out a sincere thanks to all fire departments, agencies, businesses, and individuals who have assisted and continue to assist with firefighting operations, as well as those who have supported firefighters and landowners during this incident. Additional information will be released as it becomes available.
All right, thank you very much. And that is all posted, I believe, on Sandhills Express, correct?
Yep, I believe so,
And, of course, Jeremy's story, which follows that same timeline, is on the page as well, as Jeremy added to that as the afternoon and evening unfolded. And again, right now, we just know that there are crews out there doing the best they can to continue to monitor the fire, and in some cases probably still succumb some of the fire out there. But we don't see the smoke that we did, and the report there from Mark Rempe shows much, much improvement. We do know that there was at least 2 structures lost up on Rhino Table, one home on the south edge of Rhino, maybe another one damaged, and the old Rhino School completely burnt down. But again, that was an older, dilapidated building with no habitats there. So nobody, of course, in that home. And there was a lot of evacuations all the way from Pressey Park all the way to where the fires tracked. And it did split, so there's a unpredictable time there where you never know which way the fire's going to go. And thank goodness the firefighters did their very best to control things from all over the state of Nebraska. That's our big story this morning. We're going to get a little Johnny Cash going for you, and we're going to see if we can catch up with Matt with Subway and continue the breakfast show. Cash, Folsom Prison Blues here on The Breakfast Show. A note from Patsy. She says, 26 hundredths of rain is better than nothing. Thanks for keeping us informed. Make yourself a nice day. Thank you, Patsy. We appreciate that. And you're right. We should be grateful for any drops of rain we can get, but we're going to be greedy, Patsy. We need more.
Yes. Yeah.
We have Matt on the line from Subway, and we're going to find out what Matt's up to. Matt, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Just getting ready to head to Holdridge to go make a whole bunch of box lunches.
All right. That time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And let's talk about those for a moment. I'm glad you brought them up because unless you've been under a box of some kind, you probably know about the box lunches because they're very handy for track meets, but especially for crews out there working, such as planning crews and that sort of thing, branding and all of that. They stay nice and clean and ready to eat. So what all can you get in a box lunch?
Well, you can get a 6-inch, a foot long, a salad, or a wrap.
I didn't know you could get a foot long. That's good.
Yep.
And the wraps fit in there really nice. And there's no restriction on which sandwich you want as far as ingredients go?
Usually we stick to the cold sandwiches, not hot sandwiches, because they don't travel well.
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
But yeah, any of the cold sandwiches we do.
Okay. And a question here, I know we're going to be talking about the app. That's when I'll turn it over to Brent because he's an app user. But if you are going to have a lunch for, say, a planning crew or branding crew, how much time ahead do you need to get those ordered, to have them ready to go?
Day before.
Day before. Okay, that's good to know. And in most cases, then they're ready to be picked up, and they're in a big box, so you can just carry them out.
Big bag. Yeah.
Big bags. There you go. Okay, very handy. Brent was just talking a little bit ago about track meets happening, and that's going to ramp up as we get ready to follow the kids through districts and conference and state and all of that. It's really handy for track meets as well. And maybe a point here to be made is anything, a crew for branding, a crew for planning, or track meets, the last thing that you want is people to eat and then feel like they need to take a nap before they go back to work or before they compete. So it's perfect.
Yes, it is. And it also works for office meetings or just if you wanted to surprise all your employees.
That's true. Yeah. And if you have even in the office meeting, the box lunches would come in really handy. So,
right, because each person can design their own meal, basically.
Yeah.
They can say they want a 6-inch club, and this is what they want on it, and they can say what chips they want and what cookie they want.
Yeah.
So, it works out really good.
Also, graduation coming up. I think the prom season is winding down as we roll into graduations, party platters, maybe a whole table full of sandwiches for the reception. Are you up for that?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so again, be a good idea to order at least a day ahead. A lot of you folks out there know when the receptions are, so they can get a hold of you anytime, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll take orders a month ahead, whatever. If you want to call now and place an order for July, we're all for it. We can get it on the books.
Okay. All right. That's good food. You know, when you can pick up a sandwich and hold on to it and eat it, not have to use utensils, it's very, very handy and tasty, and it fits just about anything.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to turn it over to Brent because, like I said, I'm old-fashioned. I walk in and I order the same sandwich every time. I watch them build it, and then I pay for it, and then I walk out the door, and they always act like I'm crazy because I'm not getting extra bonus points and all that sort of thing. So you don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to Brent. Here's Brent.
Well, I know we talk about the convenience of the app. Before we get to that, though, I was thinking about the protein bowls. Maybe we don't talk about those a lot, but I know my family, I think, orders. Well, I'm still a sandwich guy, but other members of my family, I think, order the protein bowl more often.
Yes. Those are very popular. I think they're more popular than a salad.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think more people are going towards eating more protein than just having just a salad.
Yeah. We talk about the convenience of the app, and I know that's what I've always appreciated about it. I mean, you can go through the app, and you get to build your sandwich just like you're in line.
Oh, sure.
Talking.
Sure.
Well, you can. I mean, but it is easy to navigate through, and that's what I've always appreciated about it.
Yes, it is. I enjoy the app. I enjoy getting a whole bunch of online orders right before lunch rush and seeing how fast we can bust them out.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure there are there's moments of the day, I'm guessing, that are more challenging than others, and I'm guessing going into that noon rush can get pretty crazy for some of you Subway artists.
Yes, I find I think it's between about 11:15 and 11:45 we get flooded every day, and it's just it's fun.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing too. In a way, it might be the fastest. Feel like the fastest moving part of the day for you guys. When you're constantly busy, it kind of makes the time go faster, I would think.
Yes, it does. It makes it go really I like to walk in. I like to be very busy. I get bored fast if there's not a lot to do. So I'm all about having a busy day.
Yeah. So let's see. We're going through the spring. Summer's ahead of us. Anything new that might be on the horizon, or anything else you want to share with us?
I have not heard anything new yet. We are getting ready to roll out a new window here in a couple of weeks, so I will probably be digging into it here within the next week and find out what's going on. But I know they had a meeting in Denver. I didn't make it to it because I was training everybody in Broken Bow. But they showed everybody a whole bunch of new stuff coming out. I believe nachos is one thing that is coming back.
Oh, there you go.
So that'll be a good thing. But yeah, there are constantly new ideas, and everything's changing all the time.
Yeah. Matt, you talked about training people here at the Broken Bow facility. Are you still looking for people to join your team?
Yes, we are. We are still hiring. I've been up there for the last 3 weeks training everybody and getting everybody trained the way Subway wants us to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been I've had fun. We've had some good days and we've had some bad days. More good, but yeah, it was a learning experience for everybody.
Yeah, well, good. Let's see, anything else that you want to mention before we let you go here this morning?
Looks like a beautiful day here. Hopefully it's a beautiful day there. Good day to go picnic in the park with a Subway sandwich.
Sounds good to me.
Matt. Thanks so much, Matt. It's always good to talk to you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
You bet. Breakfast Show. Going to close it out here in just a little bit with a little music, and just again take time to thank all you folks out there who volunteered and are volunteering to fight and now retain this fire and keep it in text and keep it from spreading. But we do have a challenging next few days until we get rain, so let's try to help those firefighters out. And thank you so much for all your volunteer work that you have done. Very dangerous work, very physical work. And we know that you can't win every battle, but you did win most, and we appreciate you very much. Any last thoughts on your part, Brent?
Well, you were asking me about sports earlier in the show. Yesterday had a real fun moment in the morning as Josh Page, who is actively involved in the Broken Bow American Legion baseball program, came in to visit about a special event that the Legion program will be sponsoring on May 16th. It is going to be movie night at the ballpark. They're going to put up 2 big screens out at Paul Brown Field, and they are going to show the movie Rookie of the Year. And so mark that on your calendar. It's May 16th. It's just going to be a free will donation, and they plan to kind of start opening ceremonies at around 7 o'clock that evening. They're hoping to have the color guard present the colors just like they would at a ball game. They plan to raise that beautiful big American flag up in center field. There will be concessions available. They'll have the concession stand open. And again, it's a free will donation, so bring your lawn chairs, mark it on your calendar, and that is set for May 16th. And then he brought with him yesterday 4 guys from the team. Got to visit with Kansas Kellum, Dominic Novak, Caden Record, and Colton Eulig. All 4 will be major contributors on the seniors team this year, so got to visit with the guys a little bit about the season coming up. And we have posted that interview for you on sandhillsexpress.com, so you can check out the story and listen to our interview with the guys. We appreciate them coming out yesterday.
All right, and one quick note, too, I wanted to get to. Senior salutes continue today, and this is the 23rd on Thursday, so it's Ansley Litchfield on KCNI and Selma Myrna on KBBN today, as we continue with our senior salutes. And also wanted to note that the bus tour, historical bus tour through the Discovery Custer County past tour is underway, and they're having one today at 6 o'clock this evening. You might contact Tammy at 872-2203 to see if there's still a seat left. If not, April 25th at 9 a.m., they're going to run the bus again.
Yeah, actually, the bus tour will be on Saturday. That's when they'll go out in the bus.
Oh.
Tonight's going to be an informational session at the Custer County Museum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm glad you got me straightened out there.
Yeah, tonight at 6 they're going to meet, and Tammy will kind of take you, Tammy Hendrickson, will kind of take you through an informational session talking about the places that they will visit on Saturday during the bus tour. So kind of a 2-part event which starts tonight at the museum.
Thanks for saving me there.
You betcha, bud.
I've been absent, and I should have pre-read this more
No,
carefully.
that's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Informational meeting at 6 o'clock tonight, the bus tour on the 25th. And give them a call if you want more information at 872-2203. Also, real quick, the coloring contest continues, all brought to you by some great businesses, which include Chapin's, RT, Ace Hardware, Grocery Cart, Grazier's in Arnold, Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce, Sergeant Myrna and Broken Bow Trotter Wool & Goes, BD, a major sponsor. They do not have the coloring sheets, but they are sponsoring Healing Hearts and Families. You can get sheets there. And also Iron Bow Tattoo has those sheets. Need to get them colored and back in to those participating businesses or to the studio here by April 30th, at the end of the day on April 30th. So we've already talked our way out of playing another song.
Yeah, I guess it is 9:30, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, not that stops us any other time, but I think today we'll call it good. Our thoughts are with you folks out there who were evacuated. Certainly, if you had any damage done out there. And Cousin Jeannie, I'm feeling terrible for you today, and I hope you get kind of things put together and get reset. I know you will. You've always been a strong woman of faith, and I know you're gonna bounce back from that. But we know that fire badly damaged or destroyed her home on the very south edge of the Rhino Table. So there might be some others. We don't have any confirmation. I only know that because it's family, so I feel like I can go ahead and verify that to you, but we don't have any other information on any other structures other than the old Rhino School that was vacant, really.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that.
All right.
I'm going to push the right button. That would be good.
By the way, can I say good to have you back?
Thank you.
Been good to
Appreciate
hear your
that.
voice today.
It's good to be back.